Lewis Company Stadium. Thank you. It's a fantastic. Yeah, it looks a great arena, but it's not the new camp. I think we've all lost something by not being there.
Yeah, that nostalgia. You know what I mean? You walk into a stadium like that, and no matter what level of play you are, you go, oh, they think you remember certain big moments. But listen, these fans, I'm sure, go a long way to making sure the atmosphere is up there that justifies this type of game. So we'll have a good game, I'm sure. I'm a Mbappe fan. I want to see Mbappe produce today.
Warren Zaire-Emery for Paris Saint-Germain. Talent. There's Fabian Ruiz, and Mbappe was just trying to spin away from Kubasi. And one thing I did notice, Luce, his shot there, charged down by Frenkie de Jong. And then Lewandowski has gone down, and that stops a counter-attack for Barcelona.
They probably knew what PSG were going to do.
They'll enjoy that. The crowd in here. Rauho. Here's Barcola. Vitinha. Lamar goes outside of Nuno Mendes and beats him and straps it in, and Barcelona lead. Well, Rafinha celebrates the goal, but that was wonderful build-up play and approach play from Lamine Yamal, this sensational teenager. Rafinha in the right.
For a long time this season.
They might just boot Dembele that little bit louder now, and he's run out of room. Off goes Bradley Barcola, and out comes ter Stegen. Back with the number 8, Fabian Ruiz and Pedri. Bit of help from Araujo as well. Fabian Ruiz sending it in, and there's Vitinha. That's a really nice challenge over there from Kubasi. Timed it well against Dembele, who just caught him as well. And it goes towards the run of Gundogan, and Donnarumma giving him time to breathe. Rafinha. Not a bad ball either, well defended initially by Nuno Mendes, and then rattled over the top of the bar by Robert Lewandowski, and Barcelona so close to a second tonight. It's good defending again though. And it's headed. Dembele. ter Stegen stayed on his line. Araujo was jumping, and Mbappe coming in. Good clearance by Koundé. And now the counter on for Barcelona, led by Lewandowski. Now Barcola can have a run. Araujo getting back. Now, is that a penalty? Or is it just outside the penalty area? It's just outside. He sends him off. It's a red card. Araujo sent off. Well, is that a potential turning point for Paris Saint-Germain?
He's trying to say that Kubasi was there covering to the referee. Araujo.
It's Dembele, and it just flicks the net on the way over. There's Christensen, who's suspended tonight. He'd be the obvious one. Fabian Ruiz for PSG, and there's ter Stegen. Is around us, but needs must in a situation like this one.
Yeah, it's about making decisions.
Hakimi. Dembele. And that's a foul by Hakimi. Lewandowski off the ball. He's under massive pressure, the referee. But that tended to be Araujo's job when he was on. Good tackle by Cancelo on Dembele. Free kick to Barcelona. There's Bradley Barcola sliding one all the way through, and then smashed into the roof of the net by Dembele. Well, that's rammed one or two boos down one or two throats. Yellow cards being shown here. All unpopular now, Dembele. Here's Vitinha, first time too high. Rafinha runs into Nuno Mendes, and that's a free kick to Barcelona. That might be the first time they've been in the PSG half. Even
more so now.
Off goes the dangerous Barcola, looking to tease and whack one across on the volley. It just sat up for him nicely to swap. He's had a good half as well, hasn't he? Fabian Ruiz. That's a foul though. Pedri down.
Yeah, he's much more involved, Fabian Ruiz, in this game.
3 minutes. Crossed in from Nuno Mendes, and then across from Dembele, and that's inches away. And he knows it, that's how far, look. That was so close.
Yeah, he just drifts into that position.
Ronaldo has the final touch of a pulsating first half here in Barcelona. Rafinha's goal had them slightly further ahead. The big moment, the red card, straight red.
I imagine an onslaught now from Paris Saint-Germain.
Yeah, OK, let's get back into this then.
Extra time and penalties if necessary. Gundogan had a foot in. And the decision is goal kick. Marquinhos onto Hakimi, and ter Stegen just about gets in behind. Just bounced in front of the Barcelona captain on that side. That's a painful one for Luka Hernandez as he came in to challenge Lewandowski, and he's getting a yellow card. So Dembele, here's Mbappe, and then coming through was Fabian Ruiz, and that's wide as well. Well, that's twice since the Dembele equaliser. Vitinha, nobody out to close him down, and that's what happens when you let him shoot from that kind of range. No pressure on the ball, stunning finish. 2-1 tonight for Paris Saint-Germain, and just like that, tendency. Here comes Lewandowski though. Gundogan with a chance to shoot. Oh, just wide. What a moment that would have been. He can't believe it, Xavi. And the crowd around it. It's a foul by De Jong. Crowd unhappy. And he's going to... Oh, he's shown a red card now to Xavi. Well, he sent Araujo off in the first half. Now he's... Cancelo says he got some of the ball. It's a penalty. He got too much of Dembele. He's gone through the Paris Saint-Germain player to get to the ball, and a penalty's been given to PSG.
I mean, my first thought was Cancelo.
Mbappe scores. Ice-cold, clinical penalty from Kylian Mbappe. 40th goal of the season. And for the first time tonight, Paris Saint-Germain have got their noses back in front at aggregate. They lead by now, and they're in such a strong position. And they've got this 5-4 aggregate lead. They must feel as well at the moment that everything is going against them. Over the free kick. Middle one flipped in, and it's controlled in there by Torres, who then can't quite bring it down in the first leg. Kubasi. Referee says play on. Gundogan coming in. Gundogan goes over. Vitinha was there. Goal kick, I think, is the verdict. They are pleading for anything, Barcelona now.
Yeah, the crowd are going wild around us. Gundogan just making that burst beyond. Know that's
whether he's in complete control or no control. I can't quite work it out.
And the crowd just...
Accelerating against Koundé and crossing. Hakimi. That's a foul by Ferran Torres. Lovely touch over there by Rafinha. Here's Robert Lewandowski. He can shoot. Lewandowski on Donnarumma, and coming in was Torres. Brilliant defending by Marquinhos. Gets it back again from Rafinha. In he goes now. Barcelona looking for a goal. Rafinha, the angle's tight. Fizzes through the 6-yard box, and Lewandowski can't get there. They are still alive, Barcelona, and they're still fighting, and now listen to the crowd in here play, but they do look a lot more effective. So Cancelo in the stadium. Now comes Donnarumma, didn't quite get there. What's he given here? There's the offside flag up. And Lewandowski poleaxed inside the... No foul, Robert Lewandowski for Barcelona. Shooting and hitting the ball straight at Marquinhos, who's celebrating like he's just bagged the winner. That's twice he's been in the right place. He's receiving boosts from every side of the stadium. Look at him smiling. He's enjoyed it. He knows. Mbappe can clinch it. Big save to Stegen. Asensio on the follow-up. There's to Stegen again. Clear to Mbappe, who scores this time. 3 chances. The third one converted by Kylian Mbappe. And surely now Paris Saint-Germain are through to the semi-finals of the Champions League after a quite brilliant quarter-final over 2 legs against Barcelona. Well, once the hat-trick, brilliant save to Stegen. The only thing on his mind, the moment he picked up the ball, was I'm going to from the wrong place, which at this stage of the night a bit intensely climbing. Second invitation to get the red cards. To Paris Saint-Germain and to Luis Enrique, who's returned to Barcelona and led his team into the semi-finals of the Champions League. It looked like Barca had the game in their grasp. Rafinha scored the first goal on the night to make it 4-2, and at that stage it looked a long way back for the champions of France, but the game turned on Ronald Araujo's red card, straight red for pulling down Bradley Barcola, and from that point Paris Saint-Germain were the team who took control. Dembele scored before half-time, and then they scored 3 in the second half. Vitinha first when he wasn't closed down from a corner, and Mbappe from the penalty spot after a crazy challenge by Cancelo on Dembele, and then Mbappe late on the counter-attack to make it 4-1.